I need to stop by the conference hall before heading back. Care to walk with me?
Sure. When was the last time you slept?
Can't remember.
The last time you ate?
I did keep track of that. What's the weather like at the Black Shores?
It doesn't really change much.
And the food?
A bit better than what we get here.
Just a bit. My students who join the Black Shores barely write to me. Even when they do, they never mention their daily lives. If I do get a sudden call out of nowhere, it's just, "Professor, I have a question." Adorable little gremlins, all of them. As long as they're safe. That's what matters. So, when are you going to start?
Start what?
Fishing for intel? That Mr. Alto must have put you up to it, right?
We could have just cut to the chase.
Rover, would you let the Black Shores compromise its founding mission of fighting the Lament to get tangled up in superpower politics? Just for my sake? I asked myself yesterday if I really knew you. Turns out, I don't. And I kept going back and forth on what role you should play here. This situation isn't noble, isn't just. It's just businessmen and politicians squabbling over a slice of the pie. But I want this to be a collaboration between Star Torch and the Black Shores. Not because we're friends, but because it makes sense. I put you through this detour because I was afraid that if I asked you directly, you'd just say yes to helping me. So I wanted you to see it for yourself. Judge it with your own measures. That way, when you go back to your people, you can tell them if Lucilla is worth trusting, and if these synchronists are worth fighting for.
Rover, are you still with the president? Change of plans. The new Federation caught wind she was rallying support and moved the review up.
To when?
Tomorrow morning. Technically, that's in 3.5 hours.
Classic New Fed. They probably had a review panel parked outside Lahai-Roi for days, just waiting for the Black Shores to show.
How'd they win over the other member states and round up representatives so quickly?
Space Trek Collective budget bylaws. Because the new Fed is a permanent member and rotating chair, they only need half the members to abstain to control the outcome. They likely had this review rigged before it was even proposed.
Gear up, President Lucilla. We'll see how the review plays out and take it from there.
3.5 hours. That's plenty of time. Let's go.
Where to?
The second half of the tour. Are you upset?
About how you dragged me into your plan? Or the things you're still not telling me?
My. Oh, sorry. Call it a teacher trying to keep on her mask? You're still my student on paper after all.
It sounds like you're saying I can just sit back and enjoy the show.
That's not something you get to do every day, is it?
I didn't expect there to be a place like this beneath Rebel College.
Before Sundermere Base was built, this was a research facility for augmented resonance effects and void storm countermeasures. It's been decommissioned for years. The executive committee told me I could do whatever I wanted with the space. So I used my forte to do some light remodeling. Memories of my students that should exist only in my mind. Here, they become real. A tangible piece to display. We still have some time. If you're interested, feel free to look around.
You're using your forte to do all this? How long did it take you to create this?
However long it took, it was worth it. So the ones who stay don't just stay, and the ones who leave don't just leave. The exhibits we're looking for are here.
Behind the wall?
Don't forget, this is my memory palace. Naturally, memory locks require memory keys to unlock. Allow me to demonstrate. This fancy trick only works in this little domain of mine.
What is it?
This is the very reason I built this exhibition hall in the first place. Professor, do you trust me? I...
Lucilla? You spaced out there. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just had a dream that only lasted a few seconds. Rather fascinating.
Maybe it's a good idea to rest before the review starts.
Don't worry, I promise you I'll crash the second this is over. But right now, we must bring these exhibits with us.
Will a few exhibits be enough to sway them? She usually knows exactly how to sell anything. So why does she look so hesitant now?
Thank you for your trust. I know you have 1,000 questions burning in your mind. How will she handle the new Fed? What's her plan for the Synchronist with the Exostrider gone? Forgive me for not having the answers just yet.
I know you'd never harm the students. That's the only answer I need.
Terrible timing for a compliment, Rover. Anyway, let's take these 2 exhibits and... See you soon, Professor.
Some kind of force pulled us down here. Do you know where we are?
If my memory serves, we're directly beneath the exhibition hall. This way.
A Synchronist's cockpit? Was this the prototype?
It looks the part, but this was actually our Plan B. Designed without safety limiters to get sync rates up quick. Let's a Synchronist pilot the Exostrider by force. I know. It was meant as a last resort if civilization was staring down extinction. The project was terminated after the initial trials. The Synchronists who volunteered. In the end, they lost their ability to resonate with the Exostrider ever again. What our students are facing now isn't new. I just hope I can do better by them this time.
Any idea how we find our way out of here?
With our eyes open, the key should be somewhere here. Excellent. You're catching on quickly.
What's happening?
Something rather unpleasant, I imagine.
Lucilla.
Fine, no more jokes. Honestly, anyone watching would think you're the one facing the board. There, I know the way out. Remember what I told you before entering the dark side? About the memories I erase periodically that can never be recovered? Some things I can't bear to remember, but I also can't bear to forget. So I store them here. Looks like some of them are tired of being locked up. Rover, look up. The exit is right above. We can use this key to leave, but I need your help to get there. Everything here is from my memory, but I know you are real, and wherever you are, that must be reality.
I understand. I'll be your reference point. But what about that girl? Are we just leaving her?
Rover, do you have any experience dealing with children? Tell me, what makes a child the most flustered when they're playing hide and seek?
Ah, I see.
Now come along. Let's treat this little escape as a warm-up for the review. Welcome to the Anti-Void Matter Materials Lab. It's where they first developed the materials for the Academy's anti-void canopy.
What's all of that in the center of the room?
The scrap of the day. Even the best recycling can only keep up with so much. Let's look around to see if there are any leads.
I have the photo. Now where is the right spot to project it?
Time for class. Perfect lighting.
Is this artificial retroact rain?
Dear me, this is but a pale imitation. Among the synchronists who survived the experiments, there was one from Jinzhou. Once he realized he'd never resonate with the Exostrider, he returned home and joined the Ministry of Development's Defense Division. There, he and his colleagues worked together to develop Jinzhou's retroact rain defenses.
You're saying the shields against retroact rain and void storms share the same origin?
Not exactly. His approach didn't work on void storms at all, and it was discarded long ago. Before he left the Academy, the only things he asked to take with him were a few sheets of material buried under that pile of junk. I often wonder, was he just reluctant to let go of his design? Or had he already mapped out how to protect his hometown.
The girl who trapped us here? She must be trying to show us something through this memory.
Seems I've been getting schooled by my own students a lot lately. Let's go. It's time to move on to the next classroom.
Do you want to stop and take a rest?
Not even close.
What's wrong?
Stay where I can see you, Rover. We've wandered into an unpleasant memory. It's far too easy to get lost in here.
It doesn't look like there's a way to cross the barrier ahead.
I have an idea. Rover, just go with me on this, all right? Rover, can you step a little to the side?
Like this?
Perhaps a step forward. Maybe a step back. All right, this is the last one. Let's see that beautiful smile. Has anyone ever told you that you're not the most photogenic?
They have now.
No more teasing. This shot will have to suffice.
Clear as day, madam. Your daughter isn't sick. She has awakened her soul.
Jonathan! My Lucy will never become a resonator. I don't want to be a resonator! Please! No! Lucy!
Lucilla? Not good. Without a reference point, she's getting pulled into the deep end of her memories. I need to find her before too much time passes.
you still there, Lucilla?
Yes.
Then why aren't you answering?
What do you want me to say?
Well, you could say okay, or I understand. This is the perfect moment. While our opponents are spread too thin, we take the reins. Just like the time you became president. Don't worry about the narrative. We'll play the villain. You just act tough, rope the independent auditor in, and we'll force another round of review. You fight hard. We express our concerns, and then we both take a step back. As long as we ensure our control over the future of the Synchronous program, nothing else matters.
And what do you want from my students?
Simple. We both get what we want. They have talent, and we help them achieve their dreams. And it'll be their choice.
Their choice. Whose dreams are we really achieving?
It will be their choice, Lucilla. My Lucy, I won't speak of your past choices. But tell me, has there been a single choice that wasn't your own?
I still refuse.
There. Just like that. Act tough. Fight hard. And then we both take a step back at the review.
From the Academy to the Pioneer Association, then to the Space Trek Collective, and now here. No wonder I was never cut out to be president. Watch out. That's me from the dark side. I use this memory to trap her. When are you going to tell her, Professor Lucilla? President Lucilla? That you've already made a deal with the new Federation? Let's go. You think you can outrun yourself, Lucilla?
Before the meeting starts, I need you to take the time to fill me in on what's really happening.
Thank you. I promise I'd never let the new Federation lay a single finger on my students. But that's just her wishful thinking. A moth to the flame, daring the sky with wings of wax. Your students will die because of you. Let's leave this place, Rover.
You could have erased this memory. Why keep something so dangerous locked away?
To keep the sting fresh. A sharp reminder of the cost of slipping up if I ever get too comfortable in the Academy's peace. Let it go, Lucilla. Face what you know is reality. Once again, I found the courage to step into this room. Time flows here, silent and peaceful. The Academy is alive and thriving. We've come so much further than I ever dreamed. I wish you were here to see it. The accident report is indisputable. Cable insulation failure leading to flight control abnormality. But the truth is simpler. I approved the plan. I killed her. Wrestled with it for so long. What's a teacher supposed to do when a student dreams something so brilliantly insane? But she chose the sky. And I thought, at least let her have one chance to fall.
Is that Sundamir? Are we back before the Lahai-Roi was even built?
Most of the students who lost their synchronous status in those forced sync trials decided to return home. All but one. She told me it wasn't that she'd lost the Exostrider. The Exostrider had lost her. She said she designed a revolutionary transport method. A rocket piercing the sky. A way to bridge that sky and the earth. This was the day she tested it. Her first crewed flight.
Then that wasn't a falling star. It was...
a spacecraft. Carrying the most brilliant student I've ever known.
me?
Yes.
The weather couldn't be more perfect today. Oh, and I just saw a super huge solace skin. I'll snap a picture for you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Professor? You don't sound like your usual self. Are those investors giving you a hard time again?
No, it's not that. I haven't slept much lately. I'm a little tired. That's all.
Professor, do you trust us?
I...
Hey, remember that old Huanglong saying? Know the way at dawn and, something something at dusk? Ugh, it went right out of my head.
I can't remember it either.
That's okay. I'll look it up and tell you the second the experiment is over. Talk to you soon.
Please, move her. From the way it fell, void matter must have pierced the shielding mid-flight. But if we'd reinforced the coating... What kind of civilization do you think built the Exostrider? If they were that advanced, do you think they'd already defeated the Threnodians? Overcome the Lament? But before they reached the stars, they must have fallen too. Again and again. Go. Be our eyes. Walk with humanity. Please, give this to our teacher. Humanity's smallest step, and everything we had to give.
This isn't good.
Lucilla! Lucilla, wait! Lucilla, your emotions are affecting this domain. It's dangerous.
Staying here is the real danger. Oh, we have to leave. Almost there. As long as we keep moving upward, we'll find the way out.
So this is why you wouldn't tell me what your plan was. This way out you've been building for the Synchronists. It's just a dead end, isn't it?
I don't want the new Federation to lay their dirty hands on my students. But the more I think about it rationally, the more I realize I can't reject their offer. Because on what grounds can I propose a plan that might kill them?
I think I know why that girl trapped you here.
What?
You're terrified that your proposal will be their end. You're afraid because you know they'll support any plan you bring to the table. Because you're their teacher. Because no one in this world understands them the way you do.
Another lesson from my own student. Huh. See you later, Rover.